love more than words can say. Each memory right in my days. Life was not always easy. I know roads, but you faced each storm with bearing load. Of what would give that you should to live. Love freely, loud, soar high. Me, the you talk by. You are gone in the night. Your spirit lives in every laugh. In I find me in songs that carries on. Lived and you let live. It's open heart. See, it's kind forever a part of the woman I am. Dream I pursue forever and all. I'm proud to be part of you. It's in from your baby and your only girl. What keeps your my soul your world, and that's that peace on your birthday. Happy birthday in heaven, Dad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to welcome to Purpose right here on the WBNN community. I excited every chance I get to come and be a part of this amazing network. 5 years, Brother O saw something in me, and I am so grateful that he saw something in me because it allowed me to not only be a part of this great nation, nation WBN, but able to start as them divas of the airwaves and forever grateful for him opportunity to me. Y'all, I'm excited because y'all know I dabble a little in poetry, and tonight we're gonna have some poets stop by and share with us as we close out National Poetry Month. But y'all know we poets. We poets all year long, 365 days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Once you're a poet, you're always a poet. It's just about being able to express those words, being able to use your words to express your thoughts, your perspective, and those innermost things that you feel. Being able to put them on paper, sometimes putting them to music, and just able to come to life. And I'm excited to have some of the amazing poets that shared inside of Unleashing the Power Within um, anthology that dropped a week or two. We dropped that anthology, and we individuals that decided to share their perspective. I tell you, this is an amazing book. If you are a poetry lover, challenge you to go over to Amazon. Y'all, 99 cents. You can get the audio book, and you can allow it to talk to you. It'll read it to you. It is about an hour and 48-minute listen, and it really breaks down each poem, analyze it. It gives you a analyzation of the poem, line for line, and out the poets. So I'm excited about it because y'all, we had an opportunity to unleash our verses, those things that's on the inside of us, and we allow them to come forth. So tonight, y'all, you are tuned in. I say again, to Walking in Purpose with Angela here on the WBNN. Y'all know y'all can call in at 717-734-69. You can call in at 605-562-0444. Make sure you press access asks you for your identification, and you just simply press £1. And once you get in, if you decide that and talk to us and chat live with us on air, all you got to do is press *2 to join the conversation. Guys, enjoying the conversation tonight. I have some amazing poets that's stopping by. Again, y'all, this is our fourth 100 to you by multimedia. Again, some of my poets on so we can bring or while you are I want you with somebody, because I'm telling you, you never know. Maybe talking about the current state of America, but it may be some more things that's jumping out too. So you never know what nuggets you may need to help you on this journey. So I want you to share this with someone in your circle. So y'all share it out. If you're tuning in via the World Wide Web, go ahead, call in, get in queue, and join the conversation. If you are a poet and you got that you want to sit, you want to share it with us on tonight, please make sure you call in. So let me see who we have on the line tonight. Can I get Marcine up? Is Marcine on yet?
Hi, sister. Hi, Angela. How are you?
Hey, girl. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You know, I can't complain. I won't complain. Every opportunity I get to, be able to do what I do, I love it. I just love being
Right.
able to do what we do. We have an opportunity to share our voice through poetry, through books, through podcasts, and through so many different outlets, so that people know that it's okay to be where you are, but you don't have to stay where you are. That and
Right.
things do happen, and poetry have been that outlet for me because I've been able to express some things that I may not have been able to just openly express. So I'm thankful for poetry because it has been that outlet. What does poetry mean to you? Since they give us a month to really celebrate last month, this is the last day of the month of our celebration poetry.
Well, it has been my voice. When I couldn't speak out loud, I could put. It helped me heal. It helps me reach other people. So it means so much to me immensely. I just love. I love hearing everybody's interpretation of what you write because what so that. So it just means so much to me because poetry is healing. It's always healing. In words, so I what it means to me.
Wow, because we definitely got that power. We definitely got that power to speak life or death, and we can do it with our physical mouth, or we can do it with that pen. Because sometimes we can write some stuff that can bring about some stuff too. So I'm grateful. I heard that you were at an event on yesterday.
Yes, I was at the Oscars, which is spoken word poetry, and I actually was in a category that I'm never in. I was in the gospel religious poem category, and so I didn't take the Oscar, but I came in. I missed it. I have a points. I got 2 tens, and the lady that beat me got 3 tens, and then we both had 9.9. So
Wow.
um, I was just gracious for that because that was my first time entering, and especially doing such a now that was a personal poem that I wrote. It was called Voices, and it was spiritual. It was actually a very spiritual poem for me because it talks about the battle within myself between, you know, when you hear God and you hear Satan. And
Wow.
so,
I would love to hear that poem.
yeah. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Okay. Now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to read it. Let me get to it. I look in the mirror, self-examining myself. I hear my name whispered in two different ways, distinctly. I am your creator. But is he really? The whisperer of lies has evaded my thoughts. How did he get here? Inside of my mind, Beelzebub, the evil one, the serpent. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I call to my father, Abba. I am his daughter. He is my protector. But the doubt has been invited back in. Lucifer is tricky and sly. He comes to battle me with familiar faces, torment me with people who are supposed to love me, but are only distinct, hidden images of him. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Jehovah Nisi, I carry your banner as I fight this war within myself for you. I call to you, Elohim, creator of the heavens and the earth, creator of me. You were there in Genesis, the Alpha and the Omega. I remind myself, Satan, you have no room in my mind, and in my soul. I will not let you break me, hurt me, deceive me, mistreat me, because I call to Jehovah Rapha. He will heal me, put the pieces back that you have torn apart, back together. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I call to Jehovah Jireh, my provider, Yahweh, the Most High, Adonai, I call. I am by all his names because he is. Always will be, and the only one that I call, and he will protect, provide, heal, and his love, everlasting. I have called him by all of his names. Thou prepares the table in the presence of my enemy. Now he will call Lucifer by his name and tell him, leave her alone. My soul can tell who's been calling me. The two voices are now down to one, distinct, precise. As I look in the mirror, I am has won. And that was the poem Voices.
That's that piece. Ha! Snap! Snap!
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Yeah, I
amazing.
cry. Yeah, I'm surprised. I start crying every time I write it. You know,
That was amazing. Uh,
every time I read it, and when I was writing it, yeah, it's a spiritual, but it's 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 just very it's spiritual, of course. You know.
yeah, it allows you to experience another side of you, and then it gives you poetry is that thing that allow people to see different sides of you that they normally may not see, and you could
Mhm.
easily do it because when it's like it's when they give you a topic, you are challenged
Mhm.
by wanting to put words to that topic. Like I'm telling you, it's nothing like being able to do a play of words on a topic that means something to you, and people are able to resonate, and people are truly able to understand. When Because at first I used to think that I was just saying words, that it was just words, nobody wanted to hear this. And the more and more I started sharing, and the more and more I started writing, I wrote a poem um, to my brother um, for his birthday. Everybody know my brother passed away in
Mhm.
September, so I wrote a. This would have
Right.
been his first birthday. He passed away 2 weeks before his birthday, so I wrote a poem for his birthday, published it in the magazine. I sent it to my sister for her to read it, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm in tears." She was like, "It's just like I wrote it as if my brother was speaking it to his boys, and it touched my sister so much." And I just recently wrote another one to my aunt. She celebrated her 80th birthday. My aunt has been like a second mom to us. My mom passed away 12 days after my 16th birthday. So she stepped in and she was really there. So I wrote a poem to my aunt as if it was from my mother in my mother's voice. And I actually read it to her at her birthday celebration this past Saturday. And I mean, it was tears all in the room.
Right. And doesn't that make you feel good when your words touch
Yes.
like that, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And today, I was having a moment because my dad's birthday is today, and
Oh,
I'm just like,
oh,
um, I'm just thinking, my mom's gone, my dad's gone, both of my brothers gone, and I was just like, wow. And I was just sitting here, and that poem came to me, and when I began to write that poem, it was just like my dad was just speaking to me, like, look, I live my life. And that's what he always used to say. In his transitioning and him getting preparing to leave here, he always used to say, well, I lived a good life. He said, I've lived. When they even called him and told, when he got his, when the doctor gave him his report, he said, well, he told my brother, he said, man, he said, I don't know what to do. He said, but I can say I lived a good life. And he got to see his 70th birthday. So I was at peace today. I was able to pen that piece, and I was able to get through the day. I was able to get here. So I'm here, and I think we have some more poets that's joining us on the line tonight. Let me see who else we have up on here with us tonight. Mr. Robert, I think Mr. Robert may be in the building. Mr. Robert, we call him the Moody poet. It's the Moody poet in the building.
can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for having me.
Definitely, definitely. We want you to introduce yourself. See, they Miss Marcine because she's starting to be a resident over here. A little slide. But she been hanging out with me. But Robert, so I want to introduce yourself so amazing listeners can know who you are.
She deserves all the accolades. I've read some of her work, and she's the real deal. Um, I've written um, 4 books about poetry. My first book released came out in 2015. My second book, Miscellaneous Pieces, came out in 2017. Fame, which is my personal favorite, came out in 2020, and seemed like everybody's favorite book, Imagine, came out in 2023.
Of course. Of course, that's one of my favorites because guess what? There's a poem about me.
Oh, okay, Imagine, yeah. That's what's up.
An amazing poet, y'all. When I tell you an amazing poet, the first time I actually had an opportunity to sit down and interview, he was my first live in person interview. Had an opportunity to sit down and chat with him. Had a chance to meet his family, his wife, his daughter, and we were in the lobby of the hotel. And I had a chance to sit down and really talk to him. And he was telling me about how these poetry books came about, and just having a chance to sit down and read some of the poetry, and to really find out that he wrote these poems, y'all, over a 20, was it 20 to 30 year span?
30.
Over a 30 year
Years
span.
span, yes,
And when I tell you, you go back and you listen to some of these poems, and you hear these poems, y'all, it speak right now. I call him the poetic, the prophetic poet, because he shares some poems that definitely speak to now, even back when he was writing. So he was definitely in tune with the spirit, because the spirit was definitely talking through him. When I can come across poetry like that and poets like that,
wow.
I tell you, I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all, we got some callers in queue. We got a caller in queue. So, Mr. Robert, when after we take this caller, of course, we're gonna have to hear a piece from you. So I want you to be diving into that piece, and then I got to find out where my other co-host is, so we can get her up on here. But we have caller number one in queue. Caller number one, if you could please tell us who you are and where you're calling from, please.
Hello, my Queen Angela. It's Ava Holly. How are you?
Hey, Ava, I'm fine. I can't
How
complain.
are you? I am so excited about your show tonight because I just love poetry. I think it's how people just express themselves. And what's interesting about poetry is that you need to go beyond the lines of the poem so that you can interpret it for yourself. And I got to hand it to you because you interpreted every single poem in your new book, and you did a fabulous and brilliant beyond a session, of interpreting everybody's poems. So I am so grateful and thankful that I am part of the book, and I also want to read a poem that is in the book. Yet before I do that, I have to tell you that our International Internet Hall of Famer Jerry Petito is listening. He sends her love to you. She's also a poet and an author, and she cannot speak tonight. Her throat is so bad that she had to message me to tell you that she's listening and she loves you.
Y'all laughed too much last night.
Yeah. So I'm going to read it. Is it okay if I read the poem?
Yes, yes.
Oh, awesome. So I'm going to read one of the poems from the book. And I know first I want to say happy heavenly birthday to your dad. My mom died on her anniversary, so I know, kind of that feeling. And, this is one of the poems that you asked us to write about overcoming adversity. I mean, we all go through stuff. So this is called What We Go Through. So here we go. Walk a mile in my shoes, we say. Think that will push all your troubles away? We must learn to take each moment as a gift, no matter how we feel robbed, hurt, or ripped. Your reality depends on how you react. Keep your mind intact. From healthy habits to promote cognitive function, support your brain with construction of a plan. Support your heart with self-love in your grand plan. When you feel like every bit of you is a question why, and come back with an answer to fuel your soul, and don't cry. Okay, cry if you must. Then pull it together. Use those tears to get through any kind of weather. Pray to the Lord, for He leads you to and He leads you through to make your life better. Only the strong survive. So get up one more time, then you fall and thrive. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That is great.
I want to send that out to Jerry also because she's really hurting tonight. So, we all go through stuff. So, hope you enjoyed that.
Yes, I did, and I tell you, I truly enjoyed you guys' show on last night. It was amazing show.
Right?
Yes, laughter is good for the soul. I tell you, and I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
So
And that was
definitely,
Jerry's show. So my show's next week, and Let me go back to a little more serious stuff. But we had fun last night.
Yeah, that was the
Thank
it
you
was
for
good.
calling in.
It's good to laugh and we need
And
that sometimes.
hats off to your poets that are on tonight. Oh my God. The poetry I've heard so far is fabulous, and I can't wait to hear the next one coming up.
Wait till you hear Mr. Robert. And thank you, Ava. Yeah, Ava is one of the amazing hosts here on the WBNN. She said she will be on next week. So y'all, if you can, come on back. Tune in. I'm telling y'all, every night here, Monday, Sunday through Friday, we have an amazing host, and then over on Podbean on Saturdays, Brother O is over there jamming out. So we're always doing something over here. You always can connect. You always can tune in and grab hold to something. We always trying to be the change. Mr. Robert, you got that piece for me. You got that piece.
Certainly. I'm not sure what book you want.
Either one. I just whatever. Look, whatever's laid on your heart tonight, I want you to share whatever's laid on your heart.
Okay, sure. So, in my book, Imagine, um, I'll read a poem titled Finish Strong. And it goes like this. It doesn't matter where you start or where you fall. Even Christ was born in a manger. What defiles proceed from the heart. Do not be reckless in your anger. There will be obstacles along the way that you must overcome. You will have what you say. Power is within the tongue. For this journey, you will be equipped. You will arrive at the appointed time. Remind yourself that you got this. Bring others along as you climb. The prize is worth the hardship. What you went, life rewards those who don't quit. Finish strong is what you must do.
I said peace. Strong. Wow. Y'all, we got caller number 2 in queue. Caller number 2. And what's your name?
Hi, Queen and this is the Commissioner Sister the Truther.
Hi.
And my show, the front porch, and my show will be the 21st of May. I was calling in to support, and I was wondering, can I also do a poem for you all?
Yeah, it is poetry. It is the last night of poetry awareness month. So we are celebrating. We want all poets to share. Of course I want you to share.
All right. My poem is called Remembered. I remember the smell of flowers in the air. Where are the bees? They no longer appear. I remember watching the ocean's aquatic life with joy. Now they're dying on our shores. Why? I remember that I could drink water from a plastic sink. Now I'm afraid because that same I remember believing in my country because it said, in God we trust. Now I wonder which God have they for. I remember that the air I breathed was so fresh as a child. Now I'm being poisoned by the same air I once thought it was a joy to breathe. I remember that my foods were grown by farmers who had our best interests at heart. Now I'm being fed by Monsanto, a wicked company trying to kill me in everything I eat. I remember how I trusted the law enforcement. Now for years they have been killing many innocents, which has brought me to tears. I remember that I was told my vote count, when in actuality those politicians are all from the same house. I remember that I could live in my home and not be secretly watched. Now I find our government can watch us through our walls, watch us through our phones. Oh, let's not forget the towers of electric that send dangerous frequencies in our midst. I was told, now I know it was a lie, that the same forces wanted us as slaves, and if we refused, their plan was to make us die. What I threw at the cost of my life. I remember that the love I give would be the gift to many who are hurting. I remember that I was a warrior. Your voice and my voice has power. Speak the truth in this hour. This is what I remember. Tell me also you remember. That's it.
Wow. Wow.
That's
Wow.
But that was the poem that I wrote years ago, and I'm still writing. I think I started writing when I was maybe about 17 years old, but I had one of my books stolen from me. But I continued to write, and I think that's the wonderfulest thing, that we can speak the spoken word and touch people around the world. And that's something you have done, Angela. And by having your guests, we're is honoring the poets around the world. And I just want to thank you for letting me spit that piece, and thank you for having me.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. She is she's light with her accolades, but y'all, this woman here is an amazing woman. And her testimony alone, when I tell you, when that test is only for a moment, I tell you, I am so grateful. I thank God for where she is right now. She is our commissioner. That means she is second in charge over here on these networks. And I am truly grateful for her because she's definitely paved the way for a lot of us, because she was over here before I came. And all of those that were here before me. You know, y'all, I'm celebrating 5 years tonight. We celebrating my
Yeah,
5 years on the network, you know, over here on the
yeah,
WBNN. And what she is doing as the commissioner, y'all, that is not an easy title to carry, because I walked in those shoes, so I know that. And I'm grateful for her, and I thank God for her. um we are so blessed to have you, your wisdom, um continue to pour into us, and continue to share that poetry in your truth, because we are gonna be the only truth that a lot of people hear, um because they are trying to rewrite a lot of our stuff. They taken away, but as long as we know, and we got to
yeah,
continue to be a voice for ourselves. And how do we do that? Through what we're doing. We have to leave those blueprints, and we have to leave those things that people can take on even when we're not here. So thank you for all that you do. And when again is your next show? I know you just told us again. I forgot just that quick. When is your next show?
yeah, yeah. You know, I got someone to say something real quick. Hold on, Sister Betsy. Now, and of course, Angela, you're talking to the new 2025 International Radio Hall of Fame Broadcasting Enshrinee and Lifetime Achiever elect at the same time. First ever host to do that. Sister Betsy, the truth. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, thank you. I will be on May the 21st, and I will be honoring my hero, Malcolm X, because I'm born the same day. And I would like to honor him with a lot of history of our people. So it'll be May the 21st. And thank you so much, Andrew, and thank you to your guests.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sister Cheryl, if you would, please just press *2 so that you can get in queue. I do not remember what number you say you are calling in from. So please, if you would just press *2 so that you can get in queue so that you can come on. So y'all, another piece. I just want to hear poetry tonight. I just want, because at one point there was it seemed like poetry was dying, and it seemed like people weren't really into poetry. I hear people oftentimes say, "Well, nobody wants to hear this." So yeah, I don't know where y'all be hanging out at and where y'all be tuning into, but poetry to me, it seemed like it has taken a new life. I know it has taken a new life in me because y'all over the last 5-6 years, I've pumped out 3 series of poetry books. That anthology, we have 3 series. That's 9 books, y'all. And
Wow.
one of those books have 40 poets. One has 20 poets. One has 30 poets. And we're from all over. We're from all over, sharing our perspective, sharing those things that are being laid on our spirit. So I want to hear some more poetry. And I'm gonna say this, but our poet of the year, we want to hear some more from you. Let us hear one of them pieces.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to share. This will be the first. I wrote this poem about a couple of weeks ago. It's called 10 Times the Truth. They told me I was diversity before I was even a name, a checkbox before even a chair at the table. But I came anyway, not to fit in, but to shake the table till it spoke my name. They said, be grateful, like the invitation was a favor, like I didn't carry kingdoms on my back. I had to be 10 times sharper, 10 times softer, 10 times more silent, and still too loud for rooms where mediocrity wears a name badge and my brilliance gets renamed intimidating. But let me be clear, I'm not here to shrink. I'm here to shine. I found truth in the moments that broke me when I gave grace to those who gave me none. When I took pain beneath polished words so that they could feel safe while I disappeared. But I came back because power doesn't whisper. It rises. It returns like I did mine. Strength doesn't mean smiling through harm. It means saying, no, I know my worth, and this seed ain't it. I'll build my own table. Yeah, I had to work 10 times harder for half the credit while they stumble forward, clumsy with power, safe and silent. But I don't envy ease. I'm carved from challenge. I am the proof, the standard, the reminder that diamonds are made from pressure, not preference.
Woo! That's that piece, y'all. Y'all, we got caller number 3 in queue. Caller number 3, please. Tell me where you're calling from and your name, because that was that piece. Ah!
Hi, Angela. It's not the ordinary. It's unique. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed and on these poems, and I just wanted to share one of my pieces. My show will be on May 8th on Wbnn Communications, our family. So I would just like to read my poem, which is My Enemy. The devil couldn't reach me, but certain things he did teach me. He tried to curse me instead, but God told me I was the head, the enemy. He tried to tear me down and tear my heart, but God said I was set apart. My heart always beat out loud, but I will always be seen amongst the crowd, the enemy. People I thought were my friends pushed me away, but God said new ones would come my way, the enemy. The aches from the voices helped me make better choices from my enemy. I never thought I was better than anyone. I just wanted us to unite as one. my enemy. I thought they would have my back, but they wanted me to get off track. What about the enemy? God poured wisdom into my soul. Now I'm starting to become as whole. Even when people don't acknowledge my name, God will always rise me to have no shame from my enemy. I love you and thank you for all you've done. I thank you for what you helped me become. And I just want to support your show and the poetry. And you can listen to me on the Groove each Saturday night with Dr. O and Gozy. And like I said, I'll be on May 8th on WBNN. And you can also see me live every other Saturday with the Unique Park Experience.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for sharing your poem. Y'all, if y'all want to check out some of her work, she is also one and featured in anthology to speak. I love being able to allow my words to speak. Mr. Robert, do you got another piece for me? Do you got another piece for me? Because like I said, your pieces transcend across time. Um, this man started writing these poems 30 years ago. I think he said his wife asked him, "What are you going to do with these?" And he published them. And he published them. And y'all, yet here we are. Um, and I'm glad she asked you that, because if she not asked you that, would we be here? So I'm glad she asked you that. So I'm glad she asked you that, because it has allowed us to be able to hear your words and to hear those things that you penned, those things that were on your mind. So if you would share another piece, the floor is yours.
Oh, certainly. So this piece is titled Imagine. So when I wrote this, after I finished writing this piece, it's like I knew that, the name of my next book was going to be titled Imagine. And it goes like this. Imagine joy and no sorrow. Imagine the love that we shared today reflected tomorrow. Imagine peace and no hate. Imagine if heaven was everyone's fate. Imagine no guns and no crime. Imagine no sun because everybody shines. Imagine no greed and no war. Imagine no need to beg because no one was poor. Imagine clean air and good health. Imagine I am my brother's keeper after new wealth. Imagine no storms or natural disasters. Imagine the Lord's return coming much faster. Imagine no wickedness in high places. Respect. Imagine walking in purpose. Imagine the golden rule as your reasonable service. Imagine reaching your destiny. Imagine becoming all that you desire to be. Imagine.
That's that piece.
I like that.
That's that piece.
Thank you.
That's that piece. And we have caller number 4 in queue. Caller number 4, if you can tell us where you're calling from and state your name.
I'm calling from Roslyn, Pennsylvania. The home of WBNN, and this is Dr. Oladele Malewengozi. How are you, Miss Angela Thomas? How are you?
I'm great. I can't complain.
All right. My poem tonight, I wrote in 2014, is called The Black Power. Let's go into it. And it's so important, especially for us to love our women. The Black Power. Females are no less than flowers. She's a flower after every rain shower. It has freshness and waits to open. with petals so attractive and ready to shine. In childhood, the girl may look black, not attractive but clumsy and dark. No one may look at her or even avoid a call. She suffers insult, but it's like all the people after all. So what do the people generally see? Inner tolerance or out of beauty? I think I'll answer, will you be ready? But we know it's the white face with the flowers beauty. The girl has first priority in setting and settling. She may not be here, but in with me in the journey starts, the girl with the black color is really having art. The natural art with the beautiful appearance, the natural features suit her personality and give her more chances. Snap, snap, y'all. Your boy Doctor has spoken. All right. All right.
Thank you, brother O. Thank you, brother O. Thank you, brother O. We have another poet on the line with us. She has been a part of several of my anthologies. She say she didn't know she was a poet. Just wanted to be a part of a project. So she signed up to be a part of a project. When I told her it was a poetry book, she was like, I don't know about poetry. Well, that was the first poetry book. Well, here it is. I think we on our fourth or fifth anthology. I can honestly say now I think we could classify her as a poet. If you've written in 4 poetry anthologies, would you consider her a poet? We gonna see, because we about to bring her up, and we about to allow her to introduce herself and spit one of those pieces that she gonna pen. So come on in the room, Cheryl. Come on in the room, girl.
Hello, how you doing, my beautiful sister? Happy birthday, happy birthday to your father, and thank you for allowing me to be here and bringing so many things out of me. This was definitely a challenge as far as poetry. And good evening, everybody. So I'm going to share just a little bit. I am a survivor of so many challenges because of God's mercy and His grace. And all the pain I had to endure gave me courage and strength and turned my feet into faith. And every area of my life, I have been transformed in my mind. There are going to be days when giving up will seem so attractive and easy, and perhaps no one will be there to save you. But find the inner strength in yourself to get through today and tomorrow, because the pain isn't permanent and you are worthy and deserving of such great things. Did you hear me, Miss Angela?
Yes. Do you not hear the snaps?
Okay, that was my poem.
Do you not hear?
Okay, that was my poem. Did everybody hear me?
Hear the snaps. You gotta listen for the. You, you gotta listen for the snaps. See, we can't shout you out loud. But yeah, I heard you, and like all pieces, it was from your heart, and I thank you, because when you think that what you are doing is not, it is, because somebody needed to hear that poem. Somebody that may be going through a test and a trial. They needed to know that test was only for a moment so they can have that testimony. So yes, I heard your poem. I heard your poem. Y'all, and we got another caller in queue, y'all. We on fire tonight. We on fire tonight. They want to hear from y'all. Come on. Let's see who we got now. Caller number 5. You in queue. If you would. Who are you? And where you calling from? Caller number 5. You in queue?
Caller. All right, we'll put it back on his eyes.
Okay.
Peace to the abundant divine blessing, my spiritual daughter. How you doing?
All right.
Happy heavenly birthday to your father. I saw your post earlier, so I definitely want to get on and say that. Appreciate all that you do. Loving what I'm hearing so far. Honors to all of the poets. How you doing tonight?
I'm great. I can't complain. So you got a piece for us?
When I go back in the file cabinet in my mind, remember all poetry or all spoken words is what we actually took and added music, and it became known as real rap, not the crap that you hear today. But anyway, yeah, busted. Sound of alarm. I'm not a vet. I'm coming for norm. Appear calm and explode like a time bomb. Giving my all to fluctuate my talents. I have balance. I'm not silent and believe balance. I do what I must to protect me. Hate me if you may, but you will respect me. How many times must I draw the line and say that you gotta find? Don't be mad, because he is all mine. Consider complete, unique, willing, and too strong. Capable to do right and able to do wrong. Tell me, can you see by the dawn of your own mind? I'm out to teach each and speak to my own kind. Hot, cold, warm, and the desert, yet still permissible. It generates like a river and will deliver. I consider that we're not the minority and have the authority to achievably believe to captivate the majority. We won't hesitate to this mentally or even do us. With the heart and soul of me. Hey, look, I'm getting prepared for a big celebration. I've been with this great company of Wbnn since 2017. And tomorrow, when your show ends, mine begins, and I will be celebrating, of course, my anniversary, but duty calls, I still got to drop some. And I will be speaking about changing the narrative. Is it possible? It'll be at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. But he too don't like to share them accolades, y'all. When I tell y'all, I am amongst some amazing people. So guess what? I have no choice but to show up. I have no choice but to show up. He is the International Internet Radio Hall of Fame broadcasting enshrinee. He's a Hall of Fame. He's a lifetime achiever. He done won the Anna Waddell Award. He done won the Battle of the Stars. He done did a lot of things over here on the network. And then Brother O Stick
Wait a minute, Angie. Wait a minute, Angie. He never won the Bell Network.
Oh.
Jerry Peter put this behind, so that never happened. Talk about it, daughter.
Yeah, yeah. They cheated on us.
No. But also, guys, he also won the Anna Waddell Award for excellence twice. The only host that. I love you too, and appreciate all that you do for us in our work. And again, to everyone who came up to the mic and said what they said tonight. All right, good.
Well, I thank you. I thank him, y'all. He made me want to beatbox over here. I was like, I was over here. He was on. He made me want to go. Yeah, all the way back, y'all. You remember that? You remember, don't Mars? Big sis, you do. No, you know. He made me want to go there with that one. He was, and brother Robert, my big brother Robert.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you feel it? Did you want to say? Did you want?
Everybody's a real deal.
Yes, I tell you, it's nothing. I'm telling you, we when you got a gift and you got a talent, let that thing come forth. Don't sit down on it because somebody out here, like, we having fun, we enjoying, just being able to share. And laughter is good for the soul. It is good for the soul. It truly is. So, Marcine,
Absolutely.
how can people go and check out your poetry? How can they check out your poetry?
Oh, well, I'm on your podcast every fifth Monday. I'll do poetry there, and then I have my books on Barnes and Noble, and I perform around live. And on my author page, I post poetry, which is Marcine Moore, author Marcine Moore on Facebook, and on TikTok, the same. I'm Simple Marcine and Moore.
Definitely, y'all.
And you can call me too if you want to check out my poetry, and I'll come if I'm in the area or jump on a podcast.
Definitely stay connected. They definitely stay connected, especially if you are in the Texas area, because we will be hosting a event in December to honor this amazing queen as the poet of the year. So be on the lookout. We're definitely going to be in the Texas area, and we're going to showcase this amazing queen, Mr. Robert. How can we support your poetry and what you're doing?
So on my Facebook page, I have a whole host of poems, on my page, and of course my books they're on Amazon. Um, and whenever you need me to, come on and share, I'm more than happy, to do that. So I'm always available. Or let me just say, I'll make myself available.
And he's one of the amazing authors that's a part of the 100 author movement. So I'm telling you, you may see him in a city near you soon, because y'all, we're out here in these literary streets making it do what it do, on this chasing your showcase the world, bringing awareness to them. Sister Cheryl, can you please tell us how we can support, follow, and grab some of your literary work?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can go on Amazon. I can put it up there, and you can type in my name, and you can find my books and stuff like that. But you can also find me as well on Facebook. You can find a lot of my stuff as well. But like I said, my books or anything, you can go on Amazon. I can put my link up, and you can find a lot of my different books. But I just wanted to say this has been truly a blessing, Ms. Andrew. I gotta say this, and congratulations to everybody, and thank you all for allowing me to come up here and share my truth up here with you all. It has been truly humbling and a blessing.
Amen. Amen. We always want to provide a space where we can be free. It's all about being able to be free and being able to express. Um, we supposed to do greater works. How will they know our greater works if we don't leave the evidence? And the things that we are doing is the evidence, so that people can remember the things that we have done. That is our legacy. That is what we do. So we are wrapping up. It is coming to a close. I tell you, I have definitely enjoyed you guys, like always. I'll be back in 4 weeks. It is now time for me to turn it over to my big brother, Dr. Ngozi, for Ngozi time.
What more can I say? What shall we render? I'm so proud of this show. I'm proud of all the poets that came on. And I don't share poetry a lot. So you might hear it once or twice a year, maybe no year. But I want to be able to do what I do on a constant basis. So Black Power, y'all. Understand it. Support our Black children, especially our little girls. How about that? And of course, I got to send a plug, because this week is so important. Because before we do anything, I must also mention the great, great, great Rabbi Huni Bakatun tomorrow night. His 8th anniversary, y'all, at WBNN Communications. Imagine that. He is our most tenured host, following at the tradition of the one and only Antonia Bass, who was here 10 years. We must give honor to her. And then, of course, Huni now is the patriarch of our network, and also our most tenured host. We celebrate his 8th anniversary. We will you tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time, with the one and only Debbie Nixon, the great Hall of Famer and the great lifetime achiever for the same academy, just like me. And of course, on Friday and Saturday, I'm so proud of this young lady, Unique Parker, who is my partner in crime, as well as, of course, in rhyme. And we're going to be on an outstanding Pod Beam show. And we're so proud of that. www.podbean.com, PODBEAN. On Friday night, we celebrate the works of the great DJ Diamond D. And we're going to do Dime Piece 1, 2, and 3 on that show. And then, of course, on Saturday night, we're going to do, for the first time ever, for me as a DJ, Rick Ross. And I cannot wait to go into, the crates with that one. And that's Saturday night, our regular show at 9:30. So, of course, Friday at 9:30 and Saturday at 9:30, me and my girl, Nick Parker, will be on Podbean. So join us at that time. And congratulations to Angela Thomas Smith, the great championship performances for her 68th WBNN all-time connection record and 5th consecutive with the Darlene Lawrence Championship, honoring our late great Hall of Famer. I'm so proud of this young lady that I totally mentored, in her business now with the Crew Podcast, and she listens to everything I told her to do, and it's coming to fruition, and I'm proud of her so much. May she continue to travel on in this life. And, of course, congratulations to her father for bringing her into the world 50 years ago. So we're so proud, more than 50 years or whatever, but I think it's 50. But, we're proud. We love you just like your daughter loves you. And, of course, WBNN Communications is advertising to Ngozi Town Multimedia. Twitter, Google, Instagram, and X, on Twitter, only Dalima Lay, Ngozi, and Facebook. Any kind of suggestions to the one for program tonight? Gotta go to my@gmail.com. I am your mother and father, state producer, supported by the University of Michigan, Lonnie and Daddy's baby boy. Dr. Dalima Lay, Ngozi, say good night and good luck to all the folks out there on Force Radio and support us on a constant basis. And now to exceptional accolades. The 2023 NOAA Award winner for excellence, the WBNN Communications Host of the Year for the Excelsior, the 2023 International Internet Radio Broadcasting Enshrinee, the outstanding young lady from Anderson, South Carolina, get that right. Anderson, South Carolina, the one and only Angela Thomas Smith.
The home of the Electric City, the first city in the state of South Carolina to have electricity, Anderson, South Carolina. And to all my supporters, this poem is for you. For the 5 bright years you have stood near, cheering in every vision, silencing every fear. You have shared your journey, spread the dream, lifted my hopes when hope seemed unseen. Your words, your deeds, your steadfast care. A reminder always that love is everywhere. You posted, you shared, you showed up true, making every milestone possible to pursue. With each like and mention, each thoughtful share, you planted seeds of promise here and there. Because of your kindness, because you believe, together we have achieved more than I could conceive. So keep supporting, keep sharing my podcast with you beside me. I know I belong. Grateful does not begin to say how I feel. Your support has turned dreams into something real. Thank you for 5 years, for every embrace. Let us keep growing together in uplifting space. This journey continues, and with you by my side, we will keep reaching higher with hearts open wide. And that peace is for all of you listening tonight. I love you guys, and thank you. See you in 4 weeks. Good night.
Your line has been disconnected by the mod.
And woo-hoo, for y'all.